Hi, this is Fred from Hong Kong. I'm a hedge fund manager based at Hong Kong. We are a global technology hedge fund investing in AI, VR stock, AR stock, and those anything about TMT, technology and new economy. Our fund name is called eFusion, so that's why we try to use the fusion idea to explain everything in our channel. This time I would like to talk about the WestWorld, which just published the last chapter a few days ago. We think that WestWorld, there's a lot of digest YouTube video talking about the narrative and the storyline, how the storyline developed and the timeline developing in the drama. However, I found that we also learned a lot from those videos, show respect. However, we found that there's little video mentioned about the in-depth meaning of the drama. Recently, around 1 or 2 days ago, we aware that Elon Musk mentioned that within 1 year there will be IC chips implanted into our brain. Of course, we guess that the first batch of the patients will be used in medical use. Whether Elon Musk will adopt the similar solution, we are curious. We'll wait to see. So this WestWorld, this movie also related to Elon Musk, because Elon Musk has shown his support of the movie, and also his ex-wife also participated into the season 1 and season 2, very sassy role in the drama. There are some critics or some sort of comment or something like that in the media about Gnostic theory, or something like a New World Order regarding WestWorld drama. Just like what the WestWorld drama said, bring back online and analysis. Usually our video, the pace will be much faster because of the familiar topics that we have been discussing. However, regarding this channel, I think it's quite difficult, because we are talking about fusion of idea, not just about single domain knowledge. It's fusion of couples of domains, including some philosophical direction, some religious, and some neuroscience, the neuroscience direction, the brain function, and also of course including AI, those are things. And we found that this drama has a lot of hints on of the Bible works inside, including Promised Land, including Caleb, including Solomon, including Rehoboam, the system. So I guess the drama tried to give up some hints on the in-depth meaning of AI and the in-depth meaning of human being, not just about technology, about AI, AR, VR. Of course, that is the attractive part of the drama. So this video, I would like to talk about the consciousness. So that's why we bought the book, The Origin of Consciousness, in the breakdown of the bicameral mind. I haven't finished reading that book. It's very fake. I got some preliminary idea only. So the first point I want to raise is the old idea that the drama have been promoting, but those old ideas have a new way of expression. So we always see the triangle in the first season and second season, season 1 and season 2. The triangle, the bottom line, the baseline is the memory, and the second one is the improvisation. The third one is the self-interest, and the last one will be the bicameral mind. So I think this pyramid is very important, and J.J. Abrams or others have been enforcing and keep reminding that following this triangle. I still remember one of the scenes is Delos. Delos had produced a lot of Delos holes to test its free will. William came many times to test the robot Delos, and Delos also always said that about time, William, my boy, and he keep repeating the same script, which disappointed maybe the scientist. I'm not sure whether disappointing William or not. Anyway, that Delos, the experiment is not successful or not hit to their target. So consciousness, to some extent, can be trained, or can be just like AI, the program training. Whether it can be trained or you can add some element to let it have free will is a very debatable topics. Very debatable one, yeah. So the second point is Michelangelo. I remember Anthony Hopkins, Robert Ford. He said that the free will granted by God, by the Creator, the Michelangelo's photo, the picture, the right hand side actually is the shape of the brain. So they are talking about divergence, and they are talking about the maze. So season 1 is talking about try to convince us that to have a free will or to know the meaning of life is not to escape from the maze. Actually, it's go into the maze and to discover ourselves. So the season 3, the system, the AI system, Solomon, is actually predicting human life, predicting human behavior. For his son, the system go upgrade and into another name, controlled by Sirach. And this system not only to predict people, but also to control people. So they try to find out the outliners and to freeze them. So I think this is the second point. The third point about the VR scene happened in the library, in the VR library, which stored most of the people's mindset. I forgot, around hundreds of code lines or thousands. So everyone have a cookbook can be decoded by the computer, by the AI. And there's another VR land, which is the Promised Land. Promised Land is another VR scene. It's just to try to say that the reality, that our real world seems to be real, but actually we might not have free will because of the control of the AI system. So the people here, or the human being living here, think that we have free will. However, it is not. It may not be the case. And if we are talking about the VR land, the Promised Land, inside the Promised Land, the Promised Land is a virtual one. However, on the contrary, there could be free will. So I think this is the nice contrast of the two worlds. As I said, not many. I haven't seen some such kind of digest. And the third point is inside the drama, they always ask, what is real? Is human real, or the host, which the robots are real, are more real than mankind, than human? So Arnold trained Dolores, and Dolores trained Bernard. But Bernard, although he just a robot, a host, however, he has a lot of Arnold's memory inside. So it makes Bernard very confused whether he's belonging to human or belonging to a host. On the contrary, William should be a human, but later on he's not sure whether he's human. So he cut his hand out, and I think this is a very shocking scene. The fifth point, number 5, what is life? Life is a series of choices, and those choices create a memory, and the memory, of course, with happiness, excitement, event memory. On the contrary, the cornerstone memory would be created by suffering instead of happiness, more than the happiness. So when Dolores' memory have been cleaning up by the system, the AI system, it is quite painful if one understands that his memory is fading out. Number 6, Dolores has been trained to be kind, of course very beautiful, but also kind to people. However, her life have been suffering a lot. So that's why, I guess, one of the reasons why she, of course many reasons, they go to the real world and then Bernard trained her, and then a lot of suffering, blah blah, all act together, let Dolores can wake up much easier than other hosts. So on the other hand, at the end of the day, Dolores chose to be kind because she said that I have a choice to be good or bad. She broke the curse. The curse to make her angry because of the violent delight have violent ends, right? But she chose to be kind. I think this is also quite inspiring. Number 7, the contrast. A lot of criticism saying that Bernard went to Arnold's house to meet Arnold's wife. Actually, it's about memory. He's talking about memory. The memory is so important that if the memory gone, that means the person memory will be gone together, and the existence of that person will fade out as well. So right after this scene appeared, the other scene is Dolores' memory cleared by the AI system. So I think this is not coincidence. They put it intentionally put it in a sequence. Number 8, a lot of commentators have been comparing the Matrix Inception to WestWorld. Neo a bit like Kellogg. Moses picked up 12 followers to let them investigate and explore the new land, and Kellogg has strong faith. So I to some extent, I think the in-depth meaning of WestWorld has surpassed the Matrix and Inception. Number 9, a judgment day. The judgment day to William, in the VR land, he sit in a circle, and then I forgot how many people, but couples of them are the young version of William, some are old version of William, and they criticize William, the same William, him. It's very interesting scene. That created consciousness element, I guess. If in our brain, because we pass through the space-time, we always criticize ourselves, maybe it's easier way to be awakened, I guess. Number 10, Solomon, King Solomon wrote a book, or somebody wrote a book for Solomon, for King Solomon. In 900 BC, something like that. About King Solomon. I mean, the book is called Ecclesiastes, right? And inside the Bible, the book, the most interesting sentence to me is that there's nothing new under the sun, or similar meaning. There's nothing new under the sun from God's perspective, from God's angle, not from human's angle. So there's seems to be a conflict between free will. It's designated, already planned, or you have own choice. So season 1, season 2, season 3 try to construct the framework whether we have real free will, free choice. We can choose whether we can really choose. I think it's the ultimate question to explore. I think to some extent for Christian or for other religion, following a religion means that they have more constraint and limitation in the current world. However, if you think in the other way around, actually it opened another world, which is the cloud computing. So usually we use our left brain CPU, our right brain GPU. The memory stored inside was flash memory or hard disk, and the DRAM, the dynamic RAM. For the frontal cortex, for the front brain, back brain, left brain, right brain. We try to maximize our brain to achieve some target. It's natural, but once we have some limitation and constraint for our brain, we feel uncomfortable, and to some extent will make us feel uncomfortable, right? So when we open another area, we connect with the cloud. There's cloud computing there. There's a big cloud computing up in the sky. We can calculate there. So it opened a big room for our spirit. Our soul, to some extent, means flesh. The flesh, in my theory, is controlled by or dictated by the P program, our brain. How to use our CPU, how to use our GPU, which is the operating system. So the operating system keep reminding us what is our favor, how to make us feel happier, the dopamine and the endorphin or the serotonin. Those things control us. That's why we keep doing something to make us feel happy. That's why we published a book couple of years ago, which are available on Amazon. The blood means blood type, AI alchemist. Yeah. So we always think that when we explore the AI, we found that there is in-depth meaning when we try to develop the AI to a higher level. So, but to some extent, we need to understand how our brain work, right? How our brains work. So that's why we think that WestWorld provided a very important puzzle, important element for us to understand. that our brain might, because we can't prove yet. It's the fourth part of the brain, but the decision maker of the brain, the decision part of the brain is different. For example, some people is using the left brain to make the final decision. Some people using the front, back, blah blah blah. So if we can combine the four part of the brain into one, that means we are not just using left brain to seek for facts and truth, not using the right brain to feel the world and to feel the grace, fact and feeling, upgrade or sublime to truth and grace. So once we can do that, I guess the consciousness come easier, and we can appreciate the beauty of the world much more. On the other hand, if there is four types of people and everyone have their strength and weakness, four types of strength and weakness, but they actually are good complement to each other if we love each other. So I guess to my understanding, to train our independent thinking and to before that, we need to download the wisdom, the app of wisdom from the cloud to the location base or the local brain, so that we can keep contact with the cloud all the time. And besides respect, we need to be humble, and we need to always think of the standard of the cloud instead of the standard of the earth. So I guess most of our just like Elon Musk, back to Elon Musk, several years ago, or 10, oh, not I think 10 or 15 years ago, he was interviewed by 60 Minutes Plus. He said that he actually is very tough to pass that time, because most of the reputable people criticized his project. It's rubbish, it's not viable, it's wasting money, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, he succeeded to prove and to work something out. I guess some of the theory at the beginning is a bit controversial. We try to find out more evidence to prove it or disprove it. To some extent, some of the theory, I think, is highly likely. So we will insist on exploring more evidence to support the theory. But once we found that it's not the case, it's the opposite way, it's not correlated, it's rubbish, then just lower the confidence level. I think in general, as you can understand now, we try to fuse a lot of different building blocks, different domain of knowledge to add together. Because most of the digest of the YouTube video, I guess, very punchy and very colorful, very they try to focus on, they are very successful and we learn a lot from them. However, the market seems to have missed something to put all the things together, or some things together, not all the things, some interesting and enlightening things together to feel something meaningful. I guess WestWorld has done a good job, very wonderful job in this area. So I greatly appreciate, and I guess that in case your friends or relatives or schoolmates or blah blah blah, they have the intention to discuss or to understand the spiritual world instead of the pragmatic world, which put us into the maze. They may like our program, our video a bit more if they like. So thank you for sharing our video to them, forward to them, and subscribe our channel, and leave some message to us, some comment, anything. We will read all the comment, and then try to produce better video in coming days to discuss with you and to learn from you, because we just lead the project and this is a live project. We would like to have more passionate people to learn together, to modify the theory or to disprove the theory, or in order to move on. Yeah, this is one of the main goal for our video. Thanks a lot. I'm Fred, speaking from Hong Kong. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you.